Hey, what's up? My name is Lance. I'm the North Dakota Carnivore. How you doing today? Um, Today's the 1st of November. Means the end of my beef butter bacon egg challenge. So, how did it go? Well, I thought it went actually pretty good. I did stray off of the straight beef butter bacon and eggs for a couple times by adding in pork rinds. That was the worst I did was a couple of pork rinds here and there. Nothing was bad in what I ate. I ate the beef butter bacon and eggs every day. I got my wife some microwave pork rinds. They were the pork pellets from a company in Canada. So of course I made them for her, and I had to try them too. But pork skins, pork belly, bacon. Yeah, it's pretty close to the same thing, isn't it? I would say so. So I'm giving myself a pass on that one because that's pretty damn close to what I was supposed to be eating anyway. So for the last 30 days, that's what I had was beef butter, bacon, and eggs. And for the bacon, I included pork rinds because that's pretty much what it is. It's pretty damn close to a pork rind, pork, and you know what I'm saying. Yeah, it's early in the morning, and I'm just getting up here, so I'm still sitting here. I'm enjoying my coffee because yes, I still drink coffee. I'm a carnivore. It's good. All right, and I was part of a group on YouTube with Carnivore Quest, who was doing the uh, 30-day challenge for the month of October for the BBBE. And I'm actually really happy for my results. And I know there are others that were in this group that had some great results too. The Carnivore Quest host, Larry, I know he's had his issues with weight loss recently, and that's one of the reasons why he did this challenge was to kick in his weight loss. He did his weight a week or so ago, and he was doing really good. He had some good weight loss to begin with here, so I'm very happy for Larry because it gets him back on the right track. You can see it in his face from when he started. When I started watching him continuously in the morning meetings 3 months ago or whatever it was, 4 months ago now, his face has changed. And you can see that his body is changing where the excess is. So his face is slimming down some. That's really nice to see on him. And there are a few other people in the group that have also had some really nice weight loss. So it's actually really nice to see a community come together and lose weight together, encourage each other, and do what should be done to help. I really enjoy the carnivore community. The people, the vast majority of people doing the carnivore diet will be extremely helpful as long as you are respectful. Yes, there are some people out there that are like, they call them the carnivore police, that are extremely just beef or just the beef butter, bacon, eggs, and no coffee, no artificial sweeteners or anything like that. Like if you were to drink a flavored element or a flavor salty, they would be up in arms because it has a artificial sweetener in it. If it doesn't trigger you, it's not an issue. The standard American diet is made to be hyper palatable so that you want more. Doing 30 days of a strict carnivore diet gets you out of that. It helps to clear your mind and clear your palate so that you're not wanting all that hyper palatable foods. And that just, it has so many benefits to it. When in the carnivore group that I'm in with, Carnivore Quest, earlier in the week, one of the members was asking people what benefits that they had. I wasn't able to respond to her at that time, but I did yesterday a little bit. So what's happened to me in the carnivore diet? It's really simple. I mean, I came off of 5 blood pressure medications within the first 6 weeks. And when I came off my blood pressure medication, I stopped taking my last one. I also stopped taking my allergy medications. Now, I didn't know before I stopped taking that medication that my allergies were gone. But since I stopped taking it, I haven't had any issues with my allergies. I've had those allergies since 1990. It's a long time. That's 35 years of an allergy that I've had. And it's gone now. That was gone within the first 6 weeks, along with my high blood pressure. Now, my high blood pressure, I'd only been dealing with that for about 5 years. And well, actually at the time it was 4 years. It would have been 5 years this year. My blood pressure was found to be high in early 2000. And I started going to the doctor right as, that that flu was going around that everybody was so scared of. It has so much fun trying to get in to see a doctor and to get any information at that time. It was just stupid. But I went to my chiropractor and my blood pressure was borderline when I went and saw my chiropractor, because it was the first time I'd seen this chiropractor in a couple of years. Moved his practice to another state, and then he ended up coming back here. So to see him again, you have to go through all the new inpatient stuff again because it had been so long. And my blood pressure, it was elevated, but it wasn't high yet. Now, I took an allergy medication that was a decongestant also. I feel like I have a hair on my face right here. So I'm growing back some facial hair. You can see in that it tends to catch dog hair. We have 3 dogs. One's got really short hair. She's a Dalmatian. We have another one that's got a medium length hair. That's a German Shepherd Newfoundland Husky. That's my puppy. And my puppy is 10 years old. And then we have a little fuzzy dog. He's just a puffball. That's a Pomeranian. And he's 13 or 14 years old. He's an old dog now, but he's, other than being very good at selective hearing, he's very, very chipper. But, okay, going back to my blood pressure. My chiropractor, on the intake, my blood pressure was high. It was elevated. I took a decongestant allergy medication constantly. And one of those side effects was elevated blood pressure. Anytime I've had a doctor or anybody tell me that my blood pressure was getting, borderline, I'd stop taking that medication for a few days, take my blood pressure, and it would be fine. No problem. I'd go back to taking my that medication. No big deal. Well, after seeing my chiropractor and stopping my medication or some allergy med for just a little couple days, and I checked my blood pressure. It wasn't down. It was extremely elevated. It had gone up tremendously. And I waited another day and I checked it again, and it was still really elevated. It was in the 200s over the 100s. So I found the doctors. I don't like going to doctors. I found a doctor and I went to see them. They put me on a blood pressure medication, and through the course of about a year, I had so many doctor's appointments and so many changes to the medication. A year and a half into treating the high blood pressure, I ended up on 5 blood pressure medications to get. All right. Well, you heard my phone ringing, so it was paused for just a minute, and I lost where I was. I know I was talking about my blood pressure medication. I ended up on 5 medications, and there was nothing that was working. Though it got my blood pressure to a reasonable amount. It wasn't, in the 200s again. It was in the 130s and mid 80s, or 140 to low 90s. And that's all the better I could do with 5 blood pressure medications. Now, I did end up changing doctors, and the doctor changed a medication here, a medication there, just to try to get a better combination to help, and it didn't do anything. And each of the blood pressure medications that I was taking had a slight side effect. And it was like one of the last things that was mentioned in any of the literature or any of the side effects. And the slight side effect was weight gain. Now, I was overweight when I started taking the medication, but I wasn't as bad as I ended up being. I ended up gaining about 75 pounds from the time I started taking the medications until I stopped dealing with it, I gained about 75 pounds on a slight side effect. So I guess it's really not that slight. It's just something that was hidden and they don't want to mention, because then they got to deal with it, right? So I started my carnivore diet to try to control my blood pressure. I had seen Carnivore Ray talk about the healing that he'd had. And that got me going down a rabbit hole. And I found Dr. Barry. I searched on his channel, blood pressure, and went through everything that he had on his site about blood pressure. I went through Anthony Chafee, anything Anthony Chafee had, Sean Baker, Tony Hampton, Robert Siwas, so many carnivore doctors out there that are doing this, and they have so much good information. Now, they can't give you medical advice on YouTube, and I'm not giving anybody medical advice because I have no medical knowledge. I'm not a doctor. I'm not anything. I just know what's happened to me. And it took me 2.5 months of watching these videos every night for hours and reading countless studies. You can look up studies, you can search studies. It's hard to find them. It's hard to find positive carnivore studies because those searches are, let's just say, they're being well hidden. And it's just not fun trying to figure all that stuff out. Now, I started my carnivore diet on August 22nd, 2024. And I started at about lunchtime because I called my wife and told her to stop at McDonald's and pick me up 4 quarter-pound patties only. No bun, no nothing, no fries, just 4 quarter-pound patties. And I told her I'd explain it to her when I got home. And I did. I explained it to her when I got home, and I've been on a carnivore diet since. And it has improved my life so much. There are so many things that have changed for the better. I haven't had one thing change that's been negative. When I first started doing the carnivore diet, I wasn't doing it for weight loss. So I didn't take before pictures so I could compare myself on a weekly basis. I should have. I didn't. It was a couple weeks into it when I was starting to lose weight that I thought, damn, I should have took measurements and I should have took pictures. Well, 2 weeks into it, I grabbed the tape measure I have for measuring body parts and stuff. And it's a 60-inch tape measure. I could not get the ends to touch on my body, around my belly. Around my belly was over 60 inches. I was big. This morning, that same area is 35 inches. I lost a lot of inches around my belly. My pants went from size 48, and that was tight, and I was worried that the button was gonna pop off because that's how tight it was. My belt was on the last notch, and I had broke one belt buckle because the loop on it that connected into the belt to hold it had broke because I was that big. At work, I had just ordered new uniforms to the size 48, 3XL shirts. And I did that right before I started doing this carnivore diet. I haven't worn them yet. I haven't taken them out. I don't have to wear the actual uniform. I can wear a lab coat for what I do, or I can wear a uniform. I just haven't wanted to change my size in my uniform yet. But I'm going to eventually. And the pants I'm wearing right now today, the waist is a size 32. And they're not tight. They fit like a pair of pants should. I've got room in them. I'm not, nowhere is it tight. And they're comfortable. I am absolutely amazed that I've gotten this small. Even when I was doing the Insanity back in 2012, 2014, up to 2016, I was never able to get into a size 32, and I was lighter than I am now. When I got down to 212 pounds when I was doing Insanity, and I'm not there yet. I was hoping on this beef butter bacon egg challenge for the month of October I'd get down to that weight. I knew I wouldn't, though. I've never lost that much weight in 1 month. That would have gotten me down there. I started the beef butter bacon egg challenge at 230 pounds. Yes. I'd stopped my weight loss back in March. April, May, I started introducing more dairy into my diet, and it was specifically done to stop my weight loss. when I started approaching that 80-pound mark, I started to get nervous because the last time I lost 80 pounds of weight, I ended up having heart surgery. And it was just an anxiety thing. I stopped my weight loss and I leveled out after losing 111 pounds. My lightest weight I got down to before my weight loss stopped was 224 pounds. And then from there, I'd go up to about 237 pounds, and I'd go back down to 224 pounds. And, 1 week I'd be heavier, 1 week I'd be lighter. My diet wasn't changing much. I was eating beef, butter, bacon, eggs, and I was adding in heavy creams, cheese. I love cheese. Some sour cream, cottage cheese wraps, stuff like that. But dairy has one purpose, and that's to fatten the animal that's eating it. And it does. It does it very well. You can eat dairy as a condiment and continue to lose weight, or you can eat dairy as part of one of your staple foods and maintain weight, or you can eat more and you can gain weight. So I've kind of found that happy medium where I was just maintaining, and I was fluctuating within the 10-pound range or so, and I was happy with that. When the beef, butter, bacon, egg challenge for October was talked about, I had just stopped eating dairy because I did want to start losing weight again. So October 1st, I started officially the beef, butter, bacon, egg challenge with that group, but I actually started it September 22nd. September 22nd? Is that what it was? I'm looking over here because in my office, I have a calendar on the wall right there. My office at work, I'm at my office at home. So it was the second to last Monday in September, whatever date that is. I decided that I'm going to stop eating dairy. That morning, my weight was 237 pounds. And that's where I started my beef, butter, bacon, egg challenge started at 237 pounds. I lost 7 pounds in the last, what would that be, 8-9 days of September. And October 1st, I was 230 pounds, which is not a bad place to start. So where did I end up at? Well, I had a decent month. I knew I wasn't going to get down to 212, but man, that would have been nice to get down to 212 and to match my lowest weight I've been since, or even beat that lowest weight. That would have been tremendous. I came close though. This is my scale. I have a Renfo scale. This was yesterday morning. It wasn't this morning. This morning, it was the same weight. I didn't use that scale, though. I used a different scale, and the two scales are pretty close. So yesterday, I did drink 3 raw elements. I could feel my legs were cramping. My muscles weren't doing good yesterday for whatever reason. And I ended up drinking more element. So I know I've retained more water. I'm probably would have been another pound lighter, but that's fine. I'm good at being 215. That puts me at losing 15 pounds for the month of October for the beef, butter, bacon, and egg challenge. It's just tremendous. That equals the largest weight loss I've had in any month since I've been on this journey with losing weight and getting my health back. And this right here, this just shows some of the body composition stuff that is in there. And you look at the bottom left there, it gives you my metabolic age, and it's at 58. Guess how old I am? I'm 58. So I'm actually right where I should be metabolically. You'll see that, my weight's still a little high, my BMI is still a little high, and my subcutaneous fat's high. Yep, absolutely. I still have a ways to go. I still have fat to burn. 215 pounds at 6'3", I'm still considered to be overweight, at least in the BMIs. But you see the visceral fat down there, it's the middle on the left. That's a 9 now. When I first got this scale, that was orange and at an 11. So it's come down. I'm doing better. Everything on there is doing better than what it was the last time I stepped on this scale. So that's my update for my beef butter bacon egg challenge for the month of October. And just for everybody to know, I've lost 15 pounds on the beef butter bacon egg challenge since the second to last Monday in September. I believe it was the 22nd. I lost 7 more pounds. So in a month and a week, I've lost 22 pounds altogether. My goal is to get below 200 pounds. And I'm hoping to get there by the end of the year. It's another 15 pounds to lose. And everybody knows when they start losing weight, it doesn't continue to go at that same pace all the time. There were some months where I lost 15 pounds. There were other months where I lost 7 or 8 pounds. Will I make it by the end of the year? I hope so. If I miss it by a pound or 2, am I going to be upset and mad because I didn't make it? Absolutely not. Because I know this is working. It's one of the best things I've done for my health. It's one of the best things I've done for my family because I know the benefits that my body's having, the benefits my health is having. And one of the biggest benefits is my attitude. My mood has tremendously improved. I'm much easier to be around than I was before. So my carnivore beef butter bacon egg challenge for October update. I officially have lost 15 pounds on a carnivore diet for the month of October. And I'm very proud of that. That is an absolute great number. That matches the highest level I've lost on any month since I started the carnivore diet for the last 15 months now. So I'm happy. Y'all have a great day. Wait, I forgot to put this up. Hey, remember that? What time is it? It's time to eat meat and be happy because that's all it takes, And you'll be surprised at the things that happen if you do that. Y'all have a great day and enjoy the holidays coming up.